Welcome to the IABA and Blocworx Club Affiliation platform. You'll have been provided a link to this platform by the IABA head office, and you'll have also been given your login details to fill out the affiliation form. In this screencast, I'm going to show you a sample club in terms of how to fill it out. So what I'm going to do now is log in as a club that I've made previously, Kilrush Boxing Club. Once you've logged in, the first thing you'll see is the modules that you have access to. So click on the affiliation module, and then there's the blocks inside that module. So it's club affiliation. Click on that. The first thing you'll see is some opening introductory information about the application form and some instructions. Please take the time to read these instructions. Once you're happy, click start to start the affiliation process. The first section you'll see is the club information. This is the general information about the club, your point of contact, telephone numbers, and you can also put in options for your opening times and most importantly, what county you're going to be affiliating with. So what I'll do is I'll start to fill out some information. And we can fill on our website if we have one. And we can add our social media details. Here we can choose our opening times. So we can say Monday, we're open from 2:30 to, let's say, 9:30. Tuesday not open. Wednesday open from, let's say, 1:30 to 9:30. And we could say Friday open from 11 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Saturday 10 o'clock to, we'll say, 6:30. And Sunday, let's say, 12 o'clock to 6:30. You'll also be presented with a question if your club caters for individuals with a disability. If you click yes, you'll be presented with some more questions which you should answer. You can continue to answer the following questions. For Northern Ireland clubs, you'll be asked a question as to how you are being registered, and you can choose the option there. And finally, select the county board affiliation. So I'll pick Clare. Once you click submit, you'll be presented with a pop-up with just some information confirming that you've submitted that form, and then you'll be taken on to the next form once you press OK, obviously. The next section is about the affiliation compliancy. Please take the time to read the whole page before putting in the details and before confirming. Once you're happy with the information, then you can take each item at a time and confirm. For instance, we agree to observe and abide by the rules and policies of the IABA. Confirm. And here's different confirms for the different options that you're agreeing to be compliant with. You then fill out the president and the secretary's full name. And the date of confirmation will be pre-populated, but you can change this if someone has confirmed this the previous day. Once you click submit, you'll once again be given a pop-up that this form has been completed successfully, and you'll be moved on to part 3, which is the child safeguarding statement. The Child Safeguarding Statement is a requirement of the Children's First Act and a mandatory part of the IABA affiliation. Please take the time to read this in entirety as well. And once you're satisfied, then fill out the president's name and the club child protection officer's name. And once again, like the previous form, you put in the correct dates. And then you click submit. And once again, you'll be given another pop-up to say that the child safeguarding statement has been successfully completed. So the next stage is we'll add some committee members. In this section, you need to fill out the correct officer board details by filling out the correct information about the president, the secretary, the treasurers, and the children's officer. So I'll go ahead and fill out some information here. I'm just putting in some quick random information just so we can move on in the form. And finally, the children's officer. Once you're satisfied with all the information, click submit. You'll be given a pop-up to say that that's been submitted correctly, and we'll move on to adding coaches next. This section is for managing the coaches in your club. To make it easier for the club, the IABA have actually pre-populated the latest list of members in the club. In this case, it's the latest list of coaches. This makes it easier to make them either active or inactive, or add new ones if you wish. So the next thing you do is you look at the current list of coaches in your club, and if they are active, simply click the button beside not active and you'll see it'll go green for active. To reverse this, and if you do see a list of members or whatever that aren't active, just click again and make them inactive. In this case, I'll make them all active. Finally, you might want to add a new a new coach. In that case, we just go on the left hand side here. Put in the name, put in the date of birth. You can use the pop-up. We'll select the year. We'll say 2003, February 13th. And you click active because you're adding them, and they are, which just assume that they're going to be active. Choose the qualification, read any of the information that's provided to you, and then just click add coach. You'll see they'll now get added to the list. They'll become at the latest in the top. Once you're happy with your list of coaches, scroll down, go to the left hand side, and you'll see a button called next section officials. You'll be asked, are you sure you want to proceed? You can press cancel if you want to go back, or you press OK if you want to move forward. This section is in relation to the officials. Once again, the IABA have assisted by allowing the latest members to be pre-populated. which means all you have to do is look at the existing list and choose whether they're active or not. Or you can once again add an official on the left hand side. What we'll do first is make a few of them inactive, or we'll make them active. And now we'll create a new official. Choose your date of birth, gender, whether the referee level and judge level. And we pick active, click add official. And we'll see them at the top of the list once again. So you can review your list. Once you're happy, click on the green button again on the bottom left hand side. Next section, non-coaching volunteers. So now we're taken to the non-coaching volunteers section. Here, once again, we have the list already pre-populated, and it's the same instructions apply as the previous ones. So we can choose which ones are active, and we can add a new one. Please keep in mind, you have to indicate whether the non-coaching volunteer has regular access to children or not. To do this, you can click yes or no in this information piece. Once you've all the information filled out, just click add non-coaching volunteer. Once we're happy with the non-coaching volunteers, we'll go to the next section, which is the boxers and members. So what you do once again is scroll down, and in the bottom left, click the green button, boxers members, and press OK if you want to proceed. This form follows the same instructions as the previous few, which are in relation to members and members being previously populated by the IABA. So we can choose the active and non-active members, and we can add a new one. And we click active, click add boxer, and we have the new one. Once we're happy with the boxers, we scroll down and to the next session, go to GDPR. Please read the GDPR section in its entirety before continuing. You'll see 5 mandatory questions, all of which must be filled out. So to comply with them, you simply tick the tick boxes. I'll leave one unticked and just click submit, and you'll receive an error like this. Please make sure you've ticked all the GDPR statements. Once I'm happy, I click submit, and it moves me on to the declaration. Please read the declaration section in its entirety before filling out anything. Once you're happy, then there's 2 mandatory statements that must be confirmed by yourself. To do this, you click confirm and confirm. You then put in the information. This is the person who's filling out the form must fill in this. And you also do a signature, which is you can do on the screen digitally. Click apply, and that will lock in your signature. If you're not happy, you can click clear and sign again. In this section, we have to fill out 2 boxers who competed for the club in the 2019 and 2020 season. So we're just going to put in some random names here. And we'll put in the date they competed. Then there's a tick box to indicate if you're a newly formed club. So please tick this if you're newly formed. Once you're satisfied, review your application and click submit. You'll then be given another pop-up saying the declaration statement has been filled out, and at this point the entire form will be filled out and applied. This will subsequently send an email to IABA informing them of the application. It's worth noting that this does not mean the affiliation is guaranteed, and the IABA will be in touch to confirm this. At this stage of the process, there'll be nothing left to do really. You can see your application here and you can see the status pending, which is marked by a yellow color. This color will change and you get a notification when there's an update. One final thing to show is that if you do need to change information in your affiliation application, what you can do is go back here and click start. And although you'll see a blank form, if you scroll down, you will see the previous information that you've filled out. So by clicking this tick box and then clicking at a kind of an edit symbol beside whatever one you want to edit, you'll see all the information that you've already filled out, So you might want to change the address to something else, and you can click submit or click update, sorry, and that will take you through to the next process. But if you only wanted to update that, then you just simply have to click close after that. If you want to continue to edit information, you follow the same process. You go down here, click the tick box and click edit, and you'll see more information. You might want to change the name of something here, and just click or make sure you click update. And once you're done, click close. That's it. I hope the instructions are clear and I hope you enjoy the affiliation process.